When I hear people on the right call for boycotts, I always think to myself, what are you doing? Conservatives don't need organized boycotts. We don't need a call to action. Our boycotts happen organically. We don't need someone to tell us what we don't like. That's how the hive-minded on the left operate. The left have to organize boycotts because they boycott things that they know nothing about. They boycott people that they know nothing about. And even when conservatives do call for boycotts, we do it differently. The NFL is a good example. Some people on the right will say, boycott the NFL, which only means that they're not going to watch NFL football. But the left does something completely different. If the left were boycotting the NFL, they wouldn't tell people not to watch. They would tell people not to buy Pepsi or Gatorade products, or not to use Ticketmaster. They would threaten and harass the sponsors of the NFL, and they would try to bring the NFL down so that no one could watch it. The Laura Ingraham boycott was a great example. They didn't boycott her show because they don't watch her show, and they know nothing about who she is or what her show is about. They've just been directed by their ideological leaders to try to bring her show down, and so they attack the show's sponsors. It's the same with protesting people like Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson. The people chanting slogans and blocking entrances don't know anything about either person. They just know that they're supposed to stop other people from hearing them speak, because that's what they've been organized to do. Boycotts and protests on the left are so organized that they actually have official organizers, websites, and sign makers. They coordinate their clothing and direct people on what to say or not to talk at all, because the organizers don't want to look foolish when the protesters don't actually know anything about the issue that they're protesting against or why they're boycotting something. And their protests and boycotts are organized simply for political gain. But that's everything with the left. Almost every one of their narratives are pushed solely for political gain. From the war on women to Trump being a racist. They're all manufactured narratives pushed by the left to hurt their opposition politically. They don't want to debate ideas because they can't win that debate. Calling Trump a racist is much more effective than trying to explain what democratic socialism is and why it's a good idea. The left often describe themselves as tolerant and accepting, and they claim to care about diversity. But that's just more manufactured narrative. If you don't agree with their worldview, they want to shut you up. And their boycotts prove it. They want to stop you from hearing Jordan Peterson speak. They want to stop you from watching the Laura Ingraham show. Conservatives aren't trying to stop anyone from watching the NFL. They're just choosing to show their disapproval by not watching it themselves. There's a big difference in how the left boycott. They're not out to show their disapproval. They're out to destroy. And that's a simple truth. Thanks for watching. Please consider becoming a supporting member of Blue Collar Logic. Look for the link in the comments section and give what you can.